Happy Sunday, Tampa Bay. We're with you for another week to talk about the local real estate market here in Tampa Bay on the Duncan Duo Show. First segment right out of the gate today. We've got Mike Yates with Atlantic Bay Mortgage with us, Scott Wickert with the YMCA, and Angela Duncan. This is her 9th appearance ever. Like we're keeping tally.
At some point you're going to stop counting.
That's true, because yeah, you're right. About monthly now she comes on the show with us. So we're fresh off of a wonderful visit at Mr. Vinnick's house, which was really cool, celebrating what's going on Sunday with the All-Star game and all the extra eyes on Tampa Bay with Gasparilla and the All-Star game on the same weekend, which is basically a recipe for chaos. But we'll see how it's going out there today. But I want to start off with Scott and Angela talking about some great things the YMCA is doing in Tampa Bay. An auction with some great experiences that are available, and some great things going on at the Tampa Bay YMCA.
Yeah, Andrew, thanks very much for having me on again. Obviously we're having a Hallways for Hope auction. It's a silent auction. It's going to be happening on Tuesday, February 1st, and we'll actually be going right through Wednesday, February 7th. It does close at 7 p.m., so I do want to preface that there is a time frame on this. It unfortunately is not an online auction. It is in person, so participants do have to come down to the Y. We're located at 4411 South Tampa Ave, and they can come down, put in a bid for whatever item that they're looking for. We actually have about 53 items to date, and I think it's about $7,000 value. So we've got a lot of great things that that we're going to be offering up for auction.
It's awesome, Angela. Some of the items you wanted to highlight, and I know that there's some really cool sports experiences. I know a couple of years ago, a buddy of mine, Vid Buggs, who coaches at the Y, and who I play a lot of basketball with, he's the girls basketball coach at Shorecrest. At the last minute, I had like 3 bids in on autographed sports stuff, and he came in at like $655 and beat me on all of them. So shout out to Vid for trumping me a couple of years ago. So this year I'm gonna be there right at $659.
Yeah, we have quite a few sports memorabilia. Again, some of the items to highlight, so you guys can kind of get excited and come in and take a look at them. We have a couple of photography sessions, salon treatments. Like we talked about, a lot of the sports memorabilia, thanks to the Tampa Bay Lightning, they also gave us a all-team signed Lightning jersey, and it does come with a certificate of authentication, so that's pretty cool. Some other items to highlight, we have the Lowry Park Zoo, Tampa Improv. The iHeart radio station did give us a couple of tickets too to an upcoming concert. Golden Diamond Stores, Chick-fil-A, Strauss Center, Edible
Don't come and bid on Chick-fil-A, because I got that.
Yep, and I already told you I'm bidding on the chef-inspired popcorn. It's a pretty cool package they put together. Chill Therapy, the Yacht Starship, and then I know you guys are going to talk about this one because I don't know much about Fred McGriff here, but
the Grind Dog, Fred McGriff,
you can come.
Hall of Famer, should be in the Hall of Fame. Didn't get the vote this year, but should be with the people that got in. He should be in.
Yeah, he's got a golf experience at the Palmacia Country
awesome.
Club, so
that'd
that's pretty
I know
cool
some team members of ours that would want to build on that.
I bet he can destroy a golf ball too.
Playing golf with Fred McGriff for a day would be awesome.
That'd be pretty
cool.
cool.
Bidding on that's priceless, I think.
Well, that's the one I'm going to go for. So
there's going to be plenty of people going for that. That's a really cool. And especially right after the Hall of Fame vote, because he's been up for vote. He's going to end up getting in. The Veterans Committee is going to put him in because they're going to look at his stats. I mean, anybody that hits 500 home runs should be in. But that's a whole other. We could have a whole other show about just that. Yeah.
Yep. Awesome. And it's still a great opportunity for any local businesses that still want to participate. There is time for you to get in. It's a great way for you to essentially advertise in front of the YMCA members because it is on display. It goes for a week, so there's quite a few people that come through the Y that you can advertise to. And if you are interested, Scott, what's your contact info for them?
Absolutely. So again, the phone number is 813-839-0210 if you have questions. You can also log on to Facebook at South Tampa Family YMCA, Twitter at Twitter YMCA, or our website tampaymca.org.
So the other thing is and we've had you on the show before, and I think sometimes people forget about the nonprofit aspect of the Y and how many scholarship members that you have for people that couldn't normally pay to join the Y, but donations and contributions and charitable people allow some of those people. And I know I've told my story before, but I grew up playing basketball at the YMCA in Indiana. I mean, the YMCA has always been kind of near and dear to me. So, there's a lot of things that the community doesn't know, but also the things that you guys put out. You guys just had the thing over, you had the Pirate Fest, the day of the kids parade. There's a lot of things like that you guys do for the community that do require, help from the community.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we are a charity. Most people don't realize that we are a 501c3. We are a 4-star charity, which is the highest rated that you can get, which is fantastic. But all of our proceeds go for our annual campaign, and basically what that does is it helps support kids, adults, and families that are facing financial difficulties. Our goal this year is $200,000. Fortunately, we have just hit a $100,000 mark yesterday, so we're halfway there, and we've got 4 months to go.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we
that's
are
awesome.
on
Yeah, because you guys' calendar year, it's like May to May or June to June, right? Is that right?
It goes October to May
Oh, okay, that's right,
for
that's
the
right.
campaign.
Okay,
So
cool.
yeah, we're on our way there. But a lot of the programs that we have, I mean, there's evidence-based programs, healthy living initiatives, and I've talked a little bit about those before, but just for the folks that are listening today, is Pedaling for Parkinson's, Live Strong for cancer survivors, Enhanced Fitness for arthritis sufferers, and diabetes prevention. So for those that might be struggling with any of those, come on down to your local Y, because we have programs available to help. And if finances is a challenge for you, we have resources to help, and it's because of the generosity of your local community. The other thing is drowning prevention. Unfortunately, Hillsborough County is leads the state of Florida for drownings amongst children 0 to 4 years of age. And
Wow.
a couple years ago, we added a 3-pool aquatic center to the South Tampa Y.
Yep.
And obviously that's to help support the initiative. Last year, we provided over 1,400 swim lessons to kids. And then obviously summer camp. We've got summer camp right around the corner. It's never too early to start talking about summer.
Yep.
And last year we had 2,500 kids strictly just in South Tampa that needed a place to go during the summertime, and 14% or 350 kids received some form of financial assistance. So the need is
awesome.
definitely there.
I know, when you think about the summer, I tend to, like, during the summer, I kind of like, man, I'm ready for winter, and then during the winter, I'm ready for summer, because then it gets cold a couple of days. So, but you guys' pool is amazing. It's
And they're heated.
Yeah, and one other thing, I think, especially for our listeners right now, the stuff you do for seniors. I think a lot of people don't realize how many resources, free memberships, discounted memberships, the health plans that you guys do for seniors that have a need, I think is pretty remarkable too. Even so much as, assigned parking spots, and I mean, there's a lot of focus on that as well at the Y.
There is. I mean, seniors, obviously, it's a growing population, and silver sneakers is what you're referring to. Most people
That's right.
That are, I think, age 60 plus, they qualify for silver sneakers. What's nice is that they get a free membership through Silver Sneakers. Silver Sneakers will actually pay for them to become members, because it's about preventative care at that point. And we did, to touch base on your parking, we actually transformed 7 parking spots into
Yeah, I saw that.
active older adult parking.
That's awesome.
So we asked that from...
I was debating active older adult with the age that I'm active. It's vague whether I'm older or not. No, I know. I wouldn't
Far
park
from
there.
it.
I wouldn't park there. I'd rather walk in. Get the extra exercise. But no, I think that's something that we've heard even people we know talk about taking advantage of, because they didn't realize it was available to them. And certainly a lot of our listeners on Sunday, we have a lot of seniors that listen to the show, so I think it's certainly relative for them to know that, hey, look, you can go to your local YMCA and get a free membership, to be able to go in and work out, even if you're just talking about on a treadmill or anything like that. I think the other thing is people sometimes are even seniors sometimes are maybe conscious about going into a gym like that, because they're like, oh, it's going to be a bunch of young people, and I'm going to feel out of place, and that's not really the case from what I see. I see plenty of seniors in there on the stair climbers and on the treadmills, and they're sweating it out, just like every other age group.
Yeah, a lot of folks will come in. I mean, obviously, from a healthy aspect, they want to get healthy or stay healthy, but it's social too. I was having a conversation with a gentleman yesterday who just turned 81 years old. I was having another conversation with a gentleman this morning who turned 70 in 2 days. So there's definitely a wide mix of folks that are there, anywhere from 90 plus years down to infants. So obviously a large range of folks. There's 10,000 members, so we're always looking for more.
And if you haven't been into the YMCA in South Tampa, in the last 2 years, you guys went through a pretty considerable renovation too. You opened a lot of things up. It looks a lot more modern and fresh, and so that was definitely a welcome change as well. Anything else you guys want to add about the stuff that you guys have going on, the auction itself? Anything else important that any other events or anything?
Well, you mentioned earlier that obviously the Y, we are family focused. We try to have an event every other month. I will say that in March we do have a barbecue coming up. We did it last year. This is going to be our second year doing it, March 10th.
Is Four Rivers catering it again?
We are in negotiation.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't say that specifically. So, in other words, they're talking to a couple different barbecue places, but I know that Four Rivers has done it a few times, and I always have love for Four Rivers. vendors. So.
And yeah, I mean, and then,
actually, all the barbecue places. I mean, literally, I have love for all of it.
in April, we have Pedaling for a Purpose, which is also known as a Spinathon. We do that again for our annual campaign to help with the Pedaling for Parkinson's program. And then Healthy Kids Day, April 21st. We're always looking for vendors that can promote healthy concepts to the community. So if you're interested, again, please reach out to us at 813-839-0210.
And then obviously all the socials, South Tampa YMCA. Any other really cool experience events, Angela, or really cool experience auction items for the auction that's coming up next week?
Well, I did touch on the chef-inspired popcorn, which I think is pretty cool. Lizette Rivera over there is going to be doing an after hours. Up to 15 people can come in and kind of create their own popcorn and have wine.
That's cool.
So that's, like I said, the experience that I'm going to bid on, but I thought that was probably
I
one
think
of
the
my
experiences are always neat. I mean, we know when we've done charity stuff before, that's been the stuff that we've kind of gravitated to. JT Brown, even though he's now in Anaheim, we did a mini donut factory thing with him, which was really cool. So
Yep.
those experiences, I think, are things that you probably remember more than anything, more than buying an item or a gift card or something like that. Those are the ones that, and golfing was Fred McGregor.
Right. Yeah,
How do you
that'd be
beat
pretty
that?
sweet.
Exactly, yeah.
And Judith over at Sally O'Neill's Pizza is also doing an experience where you can come in and from start to finish, you have the dough, you get to pick your toppings, it goes into the oven, so it's kind of cool too. It could be great
I
for a
love the
kids'
pizza.
party.
That'd be trouble for me.
Yeah.
I'd just keep eating it. It's like I'm not done yet, and it's already gone. Yeah, that'd be a fun experience. We appreciate you coming on, Scott. Thanks so much. I know we've talked about the YMCA before and a lot of the charity outreach that Angela and I do in our foundation. So we'll continue that. I know Angela does a monthly spotlight now with something we're doing in the community. So thanks for coming on. Glad to help.
Thanks again.
We're going to obviously we have this community focus of our show once a month, just talking about good things going on in Tampa Bay. And we do believe that a lot of that has to do with real estate because real estate is kind of so community based and focused on what we do. So we're going to be back after the break. We're going to talk about homeowners insurance. We're going to talk about security systems and alarms and some new technology, as well as mortgages with Mike Yates after a quick break here on the Duncan Duo Show.